you know that people with money like more money. I mean, I that's been a very serious theme that going on for the past 2 weeks is that, hey, how could anyone do this when they're making so much money? Why would you give it up for a couple $100,000? And I think I know the answer.
Well, I certainly believe and have the experience that people who make a lot of money care in some cases, many cases, more than people who don't have money about tipping the cab driver. And
Well, you don't have to talk about tipping, but that's a thing. But I think it's a more global conversation, which is people with money tend to do things to get more money, and they tend to want more money even in smaller increments than you would imagine.
my experience with that is true. When we did the ESPYs and invited 300 to 500 athletes, a plurality of them, through their agents mostly, asked, were we paying for their hotel? Were we paying for their airfare? And what was in the gift bag? It always amused me that they cared so much about the gift bag because there is nothing in it that you couldn't buy with a fraction of your weekly salary.
It feels so much better to get stuff for free, though. It
I
just
don't
is
know.
better.
I used to say
When life is just a T-shirt cannon throwing
I'm
luxury goods at you.
But I'm always amazed when I stand up in that crowd where I know everybody has paid $1,000 for a playoff ticket, and they could not be more excited about trying to get an inexpensive,
Yes,
partly cotton T-shirt.
that's me.
They're for sale.
I'm into it.
Are you the guy sitting down during the T-shirt
Yeah,
toss?
I am. And if one actually hit me in the chest, I would just find the closest kid and hand it to them. Why do you want a bad free T-shirt?
The thrill of the hunt. I think that in this conversation, though, there's a psychology that people cannot square the circle on because they look at the publicly listed earnings for Terry Rozier and they say this guy made $160 million plus in the NBA.
Seems like it would be a very binary thing. Gee, I might make what, $12,000, $16,000 on this bet, which would potentially endanger my fourth year of $25, $26 million of guaranteed money.
It sounds easy when you talk that way, but here's the problem. What happens if Terry had a gambling a problem, which we have no idea? This is not, irresponsible journalism. But here's what you think about as a league, which is what happens if he's betting on if he's legally betting on other sports and he loses, which is what everyone does, generally loses. What happens if they can't pay or don't pay? And then the gamblers go and say, the bookies or the illegal guys say, hey, I won't take your money. I'll take some info and I'll make money that way.